Welcome and welcome back, change makers. If you don't know me, my name is Kyra Siva. I am a spiritual healer and mentor. And today we are going to explore, what do you need to know about your business? I'm very excited about this. We're going to connect with your spirit guides and have them send some messages through about your business. I always feel like I'm looking for these when I'm watching pick-a-card readings, and there's just like never enough of them. I could eat them up all day, and so I wanted to provide them for you because I know a lot of you out there you have a business and you have a day job, or you want to start a business and you're wondering about it and you're just trying to figure out what the heck is going on with it. So we are going to do the reading a little bit differently today once we get into the piles, because I just have a different layout for this. So I clearly need to take a deep breath in. If you would like to, you can join me in that, and we will connect with our intuition. Take a deep breath in. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Again, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll see you in your pile. Pile number 1. Let's dive into this one. So I set up my layout a little bit differently for this pile. Up here, these cards are going to represent your block or your blessing, meaning the thing that is either hindering you in your business or is a blessing in your business. Down here, I asked for what being is actually helping you with your business. So which one of your spirit guides is the one that's really present and helping you with your business? And this tiger, this lioness, is just incredibly present. It's all they'll let me see is the lion's face. So that either tells me that you have Illyrian starseed origin, like someone from Illyria, or you have a literal lion spirit guide right now that's really helping you with that, or you have your spirit guide's essential energy is that of a lion. I love that. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So what do you need to know about your business? First, we're going to start up here with what's the situation, what's going on. Right now, your spirit guides are showing you that you are spending way too much time getting caught up, probably in analysis paralysis, looking at the details. Down here in the King of Swords, we see this very contemplative. He's just thinking. So that is the energy that's really coming at look at the bigger picture. When you get stuck in the details, when you get stuck on, the perfectionism, right? Like, on my website, this box needs to go over here. I need to have my business cards and website set up before I even try to start selling. I need to take care of these small little details. Right now, your spirit guides are saying, you actually don't need to be as worried and concerned about the small little details. Obviously, set up the big stuff like your financial processes, accountants, all that good stuff. But overall, when you look at your business, you need a break from thinking about the little stuff, and you need to take a big breath in and a big step back and really look at what is the bigger picture going on in your business. Because based off of all of the other things I'm seeing here, you aren't necessarily stoked about the way that your business is going. And it's causing you to have a certain story around your business and around your own personal capabilities and around what can be accomplished with it. So their first message for you is to take a big step back, understand that nothing is set in stone yet. Like, you have this opportunity to still shift and change things, and you're being really encouraged to be adaptable. You need to be really flexible at this time, because there are things that can change and will change. Now, down here we see this message, continue. This card was really to represent what would be helpful for you to know and understand right now about your business. And that is this and that are true. So one, dolphins are super playful, super lighthearted, but this message that this and that are true is really important because you can have your truth of what you're experiencing, and then there can be the truth of the world or the truth of the other person. And then the reality of all of that lies somewhere in between everything. So they want to call your attention to the stories that you say on repeat about your business, yourself, the world's acceptance of your business, the world's acceptance of you. Not all of that's necessarily the big truth. It's a truth. It's your truth maybe at the moment, but it's not necessarily the whole thing. And they're really encouraging you to look at those mindsets that you have around your business and challenge them. Challenge yourself. Is this really the reality? Is this really true? Because a lot of times the way that you think about things will directly impact the outcome of them. So if you think that you're a lucky person and good things happen to you, it tends to open up the energy. It tends to open up the possibilities and the opportunities, and you are able to actually see them because you have told your brain, I'm lucky. And so your brain goes, we're lucky. Let's look for our luck. Let's look for our luck. Where are we lucky? How are we lucky? Your spirit guide that's helping you, their whole message with you is taking back your power, which ties into this story you've been telling yourself. So ask yourself, where am I giving my power away? Because this spirit guide, who's clearly a badass spirit guide, is telling you to call your energy back, whether that is in a seated, eye-closed meditation where you imagine calling all of that energy back, feeling out to all the little energy tendrils that you have out in the world and pulling it back. It could look like believing that the next teacher or mentor is going to be the thing that helps you unlock this next level of business, when in reality, they all just give you pieces. They're going to give you a piece of help. You ultimately have to be the one that implements that, any advice that they give to you, and also you're the only person who can really shift your actual identity around how you feel around these things. So we see here in the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, I feel very much like this reading is all going towards this Pentacles. Your ultimate goal, right, is to feel fulfilled, to be able to leave that job if you have it, to be able to provide for your family. Some people want to retire their spouses back to home. Some people want to, just do a lot of things. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you are in the startup phase and you're just figuring out what your business name is, right? Like you're hoping that you're going to be crowned and that you have this really nice empire. I love that this is the Hierophant, but all I literally see in this is just praying for money, just praying that everything goes their way, which I find personally hilarious because I've had too many of those experiences. But we have this strong mental focus and this dedication to the systems that have been in order to reach this idea of the Pentacles. And it may be this mental focus on things have to be this way because they've always been that way, which may be the actual block for you. So just remember, breathe, take a step back, look at the bigger picture of what you're trying to accomplish. Know that not everything is set in stone and you can still change the trajectory. And even at the end of the day, when you've got your train going in the direction, you can still change it. You can still adjust. It will still evolve and adapt with you. And then really address, where are you giving your power away? Where are you really giving your power away? Be very, very aware of that and look at the stories that you have around giving your power away and where you can take it back. What can you make decisions on? What can you move forward on? What can you take action on? Because on your back, and talk to your spirit guide, because you got a big kitty spirit guide, and they're showing you what power is, right? And a lot of times business is such a personal growth, especially as entrepreneurs. There are a few things in life that will bring up your unworthiness and self-worth issues, like asking people to buy your products and services. So it's really important and crucial, and it's really good growth. Now, I reserve these two for your blessings or your blocks, because this oracle deck has cards in it that would definitely, I would consider them more blocks, like personal blocks and blessings or areas of growth. For you, however, pile number one, they're all blessings. This is your blessings. The thing you have going for you is your ability to shine. Both of these cards talk about shining. Your encouragement is to shine, roar like a lion, go out there. You are a sparkly human being. You have the ability to just light up an entire room full of people. When you get passionate, when you get excited, you are so spot on with that. You are so magnetizing. People love it. I don't even know if you can hear the shift. I've had this enormous energetic shift from talking about this stuff to diving into this. You are a bright, shining star. You are destined and slotted for, I would say, stardom, but also just being able to illuminate the worlds with your gift. When you are in that space, know that you are doing it exactly correctly, and that is the biggest blessing that you have to help you in your business. So just remember, let it shine. Let your heart shine. Speak from your heart. Show people the passionate, real you. Be authentic, and just trust and know. They're showing me this heart so pronouncedly that you have an incredibly beautiful heart. So allow that to come out in your marketing material, in the way you do business with other people. Just allow that to really come out for you, because it will pave the paths you need in order to take your business to that next step. And I love that there's this green, I forget what this is called. I want to say green calcite, but I'm probably wrong. We have green, some green. We've got this purple, yellow. So this fairy woman is also really about connecting with your solar plexus, which tells me that your gift also comes through your solar plexus. Your gift also comes through that incredible confidence, even that your animal guide, right? There's an incredible level of confidence that you have, that when you go out into the world with that confidence and that heart, you have a winning recipe for success. You really, really do. All right, pile number one, that is what you need to know about your business right now. I'm so excited for you with that. Remember, take a deep breath, step back from the details, look at the bigger picture. Know that everything's not set in stone. Address the stories in your mind. Take your power back. Let yourself shine. Let your heart lead with your heart. And you will be well on your way in your business. If you like this reading, please give it a like or subscribe. And leave me a star emoji below if you are from pile number one, because interacting with posts helps so incredibly much. And until next time, pile number one, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Pile number two. Okay, what do you need to know about your business? So this is laid out a little bit differently than I normally do. Up here, I have your blocks or blessings. So these are all the things that are holding you back in your business, or blessings that you have in your business. This kind of talks about the situation that your spirit guides wanted to talk to you today about your business. And then we have more information about that down here in your tarot. This is your It's like the thing you do really well. It's a positive energy that's happening within your business. And then these are your spirit guides that wanted to come out. You're the only pile. 2 of the cards came out, and they're for your pile. So you have 2 spirit guides that insisted on being with this conversation today. So let's dive in. Here's the situation that's going on in your business right now. There have been some things that have been difficult that you have gone through in your past with your business, and your spirit guides are working with you on helping you overcome those difficulties, helping you emotionally, mentally, physically move past those things. Up here we see, don't let your past hold you back from the South Node, and an end of a tough cycle approaches. Those 2 cards alone really are saying that there are certain ways that you've operated your business previously, and they are things you need to look at, maybe do some forgiveness, release, sort of coming to peace with them, and then know that things are going to move forward from that. So you have probably been through some pretty rough moments with your business over the last year or even the last few years. They're telling me the number 4. So for some of you, the last 4 years, you've had to go through some really challenging things with your business, and that cycle is ultimately coming to a close. I was really curious, and if you want to, you can leave me a comment below about what your business actually is. The feeling I get from looking at your spread is that you are either in psychology or service space, like an attorney, something where you are working with people and you have clients and you are having to deal with the positives and negatives, right? Like an attorney, you are dealing with the best of people and the worst of people. Or if you are a psychologist, you are dealing with the positive aspects and the darker, more shadowy sides of people. I would be very, very curious. And I'm just, honestly, if you want to, just leave me feedback below, because I'm curious if I'm even understanding what it is that you do as a business correctly. Part of the reason that I think that you could be doing something with one-on-one client work is that we have this really strong direction about wisdom and you utilizing your personal knowledge to help people through their life circumstances. So we have your wolf spirit, which is turn knowledge into wisdom. And then one of your spirit guides is the goddess of self-knowledge. I just keep seeing accountant, attorney, the level of knowledge that you need to have to be able to help people navigate life is really high, and you have a natural gift. You could be a teacher too, but I see these really strong personality traits throughout all of your cards. So it's interesting here too, right? Because we have the Emperor. So obviously you're gaining success in your business. The business is going in the right directions. We have the Knight of Cups who's lovingly looking at this owl, which again, you can't see this very well, but there's a tiny little owl in here. He's so cute. This little owl though is another nod to this sense that you are a very wise person. You have a lot of life knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge in your area of expertise, and you are actively educating people. You are actively applying that knowledge to help people sort through things. You can even be an astrologer, or you could be even a healer, because that's that dynamic of seeing the best and the worst, right, in people. So overall, I think that your business has gone through some really, really tough things in the last 4 years. You have gone through some really tough things in the last 4 years, and your spirit guides over here are really there to help soften some of the ways that the business is, that you are interacting with the business. All right, so we have your spirit guides. They don't necessarily have to be women. I just always use my goddess deck, my goddess oracle deck for this. So these are the general energy that your spirit guides are being present with. One of your spirit guides they have a lot of wisdom too, and they funnel that wisdom and they help you navigate people and those people's problems with the wisdom that they have, if that makes sense. So say you're sitting and you're working with your client and you're going through a difficult thing, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you connect two dots. You're like, oh, this is the way we need to do this. Or, oh, like, here's how you need to get through. They keep showing me like you help people with really difficult things. And so one of your spirit guides has a ton of wisdom, and they are pouring that wisdom through you and giving you the wisdom that you need. So you have your own wisdom, and you have the benefit of them giving you their wisdom as you navigate things. They're also probably helping out with that other person's spirit guides, like, okay, like, get them to be in a receptive state so that they can do this stuff. But the other one is love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. I love this. So you also have like this super big, loving, like the maternal, paternal love, right? Like you have, this actually could be a mother, a passed on mother or grandmother. Again, doesn't have to be female. That's just what's coming through right now, is that you have a really wise old ancestor who is helping you navigate through your business. These are the two spirit guides. So when you need to complain about your business, you're like, hey, I have two spirit guides that are helping me with this. Why is this still so hard? Like, go complain to them, right? They would love that. They would love that. I'm sure you already do it, but just know that you can talk to them, chew them out too. Why does this stuff have to be so hard? So just know you have like some really loving characters and really wise spirit guides around you, helping you navigate some very difficult circumstances. Now we have demanding and untamable. So this corner here, like I said at the beginning, this is your blessing or your blocks. For you today, they want to address some personal blocks that you have that are preventing your business from moving forward. And when I start talking about them, you're going to see how it's all tied together. So in both of these cards, first of all, they have like almost an identical posture. They're both with their backs facing us, and their heads are down, and their eyes are closed. And there's a lot of different ways that these cards can look like, but we have two that very similar postures. Both of these card meanings have this theme of being inflexible, needing things to be a very specific certain way. Stick with me here. I'm not calling you out. I'm trying to help you. Oh, don't shoot the messenger. But this is basically like your spirit guides want you to know that the part of you that is inflexible and that, I don't want to use the word obstinate, but stubborn, the part of you that is stubborn and the part of you that is more prone to like being overly controlling are things that are blocking your business from moving forward. There are parts of you that you need to ask them for help with, your spirit guides for help with, but also you need to address yourself because it is causing some issues. And we, as human beings, we don't have these things in us because of no reason. Like, they have served a purpose in your life, and you can thank those parts of yourself for that. But your spirit guides really want you to really work on being much more flexible, much more adaptable, open to hearing new ideas. Like, don't just shoot down ideas. Try to see them through, right? Try to embrace them a little bit more. Instead of having an instant no, be like, well, maybe if that did work, how could that work? If that did work, how could that work? And maybe on one side of a sheet of paper, you have all of the reasons why that won't work. And on the other side of the paper, you have a reason why all of those things could work and how you could overcome some of the objections. So it's really about being open to new ideas and having more flexibility. That's what they want you to know. Like, just have some more flexibility with how you approach things. Be open to some more ideas. And like, part of the reason I'm doing even these videos, one, because I don't feel like there's enough of them out there. I would eat them up all day. But two, a lot of times our business is going to be one of the main things that shows us where we need to grow in life. And nothing will bring up your personal blocks, your worthiness issues, like your issues than being in business. They're also telling me that there might be a tendency towards being really critical or being just like detached. So if you are an employer, that means having a little more emotional intelligence in dealing with your people, letting them talk, listening a little bit more, not shutting down ideas right away. Because ultimately, this part of you is seeking healing. And so it's coming out in your business because it wants to get your attention. It's a part of you that wants you to spend time with it, to acknowledge it, to validate it, to address it, to understand why it is the way it is, and then to have a really just good, honest conversation about, is this really still serving me or is this hindering me? And again, you take out your sheet of paper and you say, this is all the way it's serving me, and these are all the pros, these are all the cons, right? Something very pragmatic like that. That will help. That will help you just get that next layer, and it will really help you unblock the things that are currently bottlenecks within your company and within your business. And just know your spirit guides love you and they are there for you. And I'm so sorry that was really fuzzy for a while. So they are there for you, and lean into them because you absolutely have a ton of wisdom. You have a lot to share, and I can see by your cards you do a lot of good in the world. So keep doing it. Keep doing the good. Keep having the faith, and work a little bit with just what we talked about. All right, pile number 2. If you like this reading, please give it a like and a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave me a mountain emoji below if you made it this far in the reading, because I would love to know who you are, and I'd be super curious if you want to leave me below what you do. I am fascinated if I'm even on the right track of what it looks like you may do. All right, pile number 2. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful pile number 3. Okay, let's dive into what do you need to know about your business. So this is set up in a little bit different format. Up here, we have your cards that are blocks. They represent your blocks or your blessings. This tells about the general situation going on that we're going to talk about today. This is more supporting information for that. This is the message from your spirit guides and also just the sort of strength you have right now. And then over here is your spirit guide that is helping you with this business for you. So let's dive in. Pile number 3. I feel like you're my pile that is has a business idea or is just in the startup phase part of that business idea, and or you've been learning about something and trying it out, but it feels very the very early stages of something, and there is a lot of underlying insecurity going on within this reading. So let's dive into this, because I just honestly I want to give you a big hug and a high five and sit down with you over coffee and just give you the strongest pep talk ever, because you have really beautiful things happening and you really, really need to keep going. So up here we see hold your vision, fixed moon, and a new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So this new beginning that you have been initiating, the dreams you've had to do, any work you've put towards it so far, the energetic work that you've done towards it, the mental, emotional, all of that kind of stuff, all of that is paying off. So if you have been practicing your manifestation, you have been taking the baby steps that you know how to take, this is really saying that you need to hold your vision. And the reason I keep referencing this pile is like, you're just getting your first clients. You're just getting your first sales. You're just really at this beginning part, is because so much of your reading is like a pep talk that says, believe in yourself. You've got this. Believe in yourself. You have a vision. Your vision is correct. You've done some work. It's paying off. Keep going. Maybe you started a YouTube channel, right? Maybe you have just embarked on something and you feel like I've done video after video after video after video. Like, when will my subscribers grow? When will this stuff happen? This is your confirmation that it is happening, and you just gotta hold on. You just gotta hold on. So over here, what we really see is, I think a lot with business, and I've mentioned this in the other piles, there are few things in life that will force you to look at your issues like being an entrepreneur and having your own business. It just brings stuff up, and that stuff is brought up so that you can deal with it. Your main message is really to believe in yourself. The vision that you have is true and accurate. The work you're doing has meaning and purpose, and it is working. You need to keep going. And in this process of you continuously going, you will eventually make progress. You do have this amazing benefit of having this inspiration, right? Like, you have inspiration, you have a willingness to grow, you have a willingness to try new things, and sometimes, even though you have that inspiration, it waxes and wanes. It waxes and wanes. You're really inspired one day, you feel the pit of despair the next day, and then you're really excited again for a few days, and you try something and it doesn't work out. I feel like I'm talking about my own life right now, but hang in there. Hang in there. Now, in this corner, we have your blocks or your blessings. For you, this is bringing up, it's kind of cute and funny because it's both, but let's go ahead and talk about the blocks first. This is something that is holding your business back. There is a wounded part of you that lacked receiving the maternal nurturing, or you didn't get the validation you needed. Maybe you were overlooked or shamed, or there was something lacking when you were younger. Like you didn't get the right kind of support emotionally when you were younger, and it is showing up right now in your business as you move things forward. There is good news because you can address this, and now that I've called it out for what it is, that's something that you can work on, right? You can say, okay, when I start feeling really unworthy and unsure, that I know that this is just a part of that wounding that's coming up, and I know that it's time for me to take a breath, slow down, and look and see what it is that I need to do. Especially when you're first starting a business and you aren't getting the clients yet and you aren't getting the things that you need, that you haven't built up the flow, the feedback loop, or the reciprocity that comes with being in business. It's hard, right? It's just a hard time. So you may feel unworthy, underappreciated, and sometimes lost. I wouldn't be surprised if you were like, Kyra, every few weeks, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm just doing things. So your spirit guides are confirming that you are doing the right things. You really are. It's really, really actually cool. So why did I say that you have a little bit of the blocks and a little bit of the blessings? Well, one thing that you have is that you actually have a lot of really good traits about you. I'm going to read a little bit, since this is a new oracle deck for me, I'm going to just read a little bit of these from the book itself. And their main thing in here is, do any of these reminders frighten you? Do any of them awaken anything unpleasant or uncomfortable inside of you? If the answer is yes, why is that? Ask yourself if it concerns fears, memories, old experiences, or unconscious beliefs. So I'm going to read these out to you. That's kind of the framework that they give for working with this. You can weave, and I think that honestly, like even reading these, you're going to see how cool you actually are. You can weave things together, connecting them so they bring you mutual benefits, collaborating, communicating, meshing, and nurturing them. You can draw people together. You are resilient. You can quickly move on to something else, not dwelling on the negative situations, and revive momentum when others are giving up. You shed light on shadows, and you shine even in the darkest place. You can make a sad person smile, again, by helping them see the positive in the dark situations. Your intuition and psychic abilities let you go still further, because you can explore the depths, emotions, and repressed memories in yourself and others, shed light on what is in the shadow, and grasp fears or unconscious mechanisms to process, regulate, transform, and heal them. So these are some of the things of how cool you are. You're so resilient. You've come so far. You've made so much progress. Keep going. Now here is your spirit guide. I originally saw this card and was like, oh my gosh, like they just need to keep going. Their energy is expanding. Things are picking up, like it's growing. And then I remembered the whole point of this card is that this is the spirit guide helping you with your business. You got the cosmic egg, which I love. So all of the other cards in the Goddess Oracle deck that I use for this have figures, have messages, like they all have messages, but they have characters, right? They're all personalities. This is literally just a cosmic egg of energy. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of ever expanding love. You do have spirit guides with you, and the part of spirit that is helping you the most is literally your soul. Your soul is helping you the most with this. As you get over this neglected part of you and this unworthiness for you, your soul is illuminating your path and helping you with this, because this is a major part of your soul purpose. The business you are working on is a part of your soul purpose. And like the way that it's showing me is that it is, when you look inward and you look into your internal landscape in a lot of ways is very multidimensional, because it's not outside in the three-dimensional world. And so what they're showing me is that deep inside of you, your soul is illuminating like the sun, and it's shining brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And the light that's radiating out of it flows into your life. It flows through you, first through your intentions, which is very subtle, your mind, which again is subtle but has more substance to it, through your emotions, which again is like the more substance is there with your emotions, and then through your body and your actions and out into the world. So your guidance from your soul with this is to look inward. do your healing work and look inward and connect with the most pure essence of who you are. And you can do that just 5 minutes a day. Sit, close your eyes, be somewhere quiet for just 5 minutes. Don't look at your phone. Turn it off. And just imagine that you have a radiating sun that is inside of your beingness, and watch it grow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. That level of connectivity will burn away any of the illusion that you have, will help heal those parts of you that need healed. You can have really huge heart openings, and it will also just provide you the clarity that you need to continue moving forward. All right, pile number 3, this is what you need to know about your business right now. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. If you want a more personalized reading for this, please feel free to reach out to me to get a personal reading. But I'm rooting you on. I'm rooting you on. Hang in there. All right, pile number 3. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And if you could and want to, leave me a comment below. Leave me a sun emoji to let me know you were in pile 3 and that you made it this far. So excited for you. And until next time, pile number 3, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.